When BMW places the term concept next to one of their exhibition bikes, it typically indicates that the bike is going to be manufactured. This implies that ideas such as the recently presented R20 concept at the Villa d'Est concours exhibition have a higher than average likelihood of entering showrooms over the next 5 years. Additionally, it packs the largest BMW engine ever into a tiny, eye-catching throwback Roadster. BMW had previously used the R20 moniker on a 192cc motorcycle manufactured before World War II, but the new bike is aesthetically and mechanically quite different from that model. Similar to the R12's 1170cc twin and the R18 Cruiser's 1802cc engines, the R20 idea has a 2-liter engines with 1 liter each cylinder hanging over the side. That's a stunning sight, made possible by the standard boxer configuration. The engine is based on the large, oil-cooled R18 twin, as you would have assumed, but BMW has enlarged it for more power. Although the firm has not stated whether it would use a longer stroke or a bigger bore, the former seems more plausible given the bike's emphasis on performance compared to the R18. A total of 1,999cc may be obtained by pushing the bore from the R18's 107.1mm to 112.8mm while keeping the same 100mm stroke. Similarly, no claims are made on power or torque, however, because the R18's motor generates 91 horsepower at 4,750 revolutions per minute and 116 lb-ft. At 3,000 revolutions per minute, and the R20 has 11% greater displacement, it should be able to easily surpass 100 horsepower and 129 lb-ft of torque. That's assuming BMW doesn't decide to improve the engine more, which given the big engine may lead to considerably higher performance. The belt cover and cylinders cover have been redesigned, among other engines modifications. BMW has released the chassis specifications for the R20. The biggest change is the wheelbase, which is 61 inches instead of 68.2 inches like the R18. It's hardly a short superbike, but the new chassis ought to be far more competent around turns. Rake is now 27.5 degrees instead of 32.7 degrees since the steering head angle is 62.5 degrees, up from 57.3 degrees on the R18. In spite of the R20's somewhat bigger engine, the wheelbase and rake are now nearly identical to those of the R12 9T. The entirely reworked steel tube frame, which maintains the classic aesthetic while condensing everything around the large bike, is responsible for the new proportions. Compared to the R18, the swing arm is substantially shorter and employs a new iteration of BMW's paralever architecture, including an open driveshaft framed between a cast aluminum upper along with a steel lower link. The front is supported by an equally adjustable Öhlins Blackline upside-down fork, while the rear is completely adjustable with an Öhlins Blackline coilover. 6-piston ISR calipers placed radially in the front and 4-piston calipers at the back are used to power the brakes. With an aluminum fuel tank reminiscent of vintage BMWs and a cast aluminum chassis to support the single seat, BMW has kept the R20's aesthetic straightforward. A DRL ring is positioned around the small center LED up front, creating a contemporary take on the classic circular headlamp design. The gap between them is left open to allow for ventilation. The R20 doesn't have a number plate, an exhaust system, or rearview mirrors because it's still a concept car, but it's clear that the design should work well in production.